Hey witches, and happy All Hallows Eve. Halloween Eve. Samhain Eve. It's the day before Halloween. So happy that. Happy Halloween, Merry Samhain, Blessed Witches New Year. It's all coming tomorrow. I can't wait. And of course, this year, 2020, it is also going to be a full moon, and on top of that, it's the blue moon, since the first full moon of this month happened on the 1st. So let's talk about blue moon magic. The term blue moon used to be used to reference an extra moon in a season, not just in a month. And some people actually use the term blue moon to describe the 13th moon in a year taking place sometime in December. However, ever since 1946, the term blue moon has been used to refer to the second full moon in any given month. Now, before I dig into this, let me say I am not very knowledgeable on astrology, so I can't really advise you on, the sign that the moon will be in. Plus, we're not just specifically talking about the blue moon that's happening tomorrow. You may be a viewer who's coming in 2 years from now and you're watching prior to a different blue moon, which will be in a completely different sign. So we're just gonna skip that part today. There are lots of people who say that they do feel extra potent energy on the night of a blue moon, the second full moon in a month. However, full disclosure, there are also plenty of other people, pagans, witches, what have you, that say, well, we did invent the calendar. It's just something humans created to keep track of time, and the moon doesn't really care if it happens to land twice in a period of time that we assigned an arbitrary name and frame of time reference and decided to call a month. So yes, there are plenty of pagans that don't assign it any special meaning whatsoever other than it simply being a full moon, and that's fine. From my personal view, the more that people believe in something, the more that people assign something power, the more power it has. And just think about how many people who aren't even pagans, aren't witches, aren't, spiritual in that manner whatsoever, assign superstition to a full moon. That, in a way, assigns full moons a certain extra power. And I think there's enough people who believe in the energy of the blue moon to help it pack a certain extra punch. So first of all, still utilize this night as you would any full moon espit. Charge your crystals, make moon water, take a moon bath, however you usually like to treat a full moon. And now, I'm not going to go on and on about this because, like I said, you may be watching this video a year or two from now and this doesn't apply whatsoever, but in the year that I'm filming this blue moon does happen to fall on Samhain. And given that both Samhain and full moons are about letting go and accepting death, as well as psychic energy and spirit communication, once again, tomorrow night is going to be an extra good night to do those things. Okay, so that's just my little side note about, blue moon, October 2020. If you are here for a different blue moon, disregard that message. Okay, but what you're here for is blue moon specific. We've all heard the phrase once in a blue moon, meaning something that is rare or perhaps unexpected. So work that into your craft tomorrow night. Do a spell for something rare or something seemingly unobtainable. A spell that you've gone, well, I've thought about doing this spell before, but that's something that's so hard to get. What's the likelihood of it? You know what? It's a blue moon. Do it anyway. Tonight's all about rarities, so let the blue moon help make it happen. You can also really get into the celebration of things and harness some of that blue moon energy for yourself by doing something that other people wouldn't expect from you. Be a little bit unpredictable. Of course, within your own boundaries. Just get in touch with your wild roots. Now, in regards to this next correspondence, the blue moon is the second blue moon in a month. It is going to be a great night to do spell work for second chances. Maybe you made a bad first impression with a coworker and you can do a little spell work to get a second chance at that. Maybe you applied for a prestigious art school last year and unfortunately you got rejected, but you plan on reapplying this year. Take this blue moon opportunity to do a little spell work to help that second chance. And finally, my last suggestion. Well, we all know that full moons are about letting things go. From here on out, the moon is going to start waning. It's going to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So it's always a good time to banish things. And that means it's also a good time to work on yourself, work on things that are flaws within yourself. Usually when we meditate upon our flaws, our negative aspects, we tend to think on the things that we tend to do the most often. And since it is a full moon, it is a good time to meditate on those things. Try to rid yourself of those things. However, I do believe believe that the blue moon is a good night to dig deeper and find the things that crop up a little bit less often, that maybe go unnoticed in your little mental checklist of things that you want to work on within yourself. Just because these things are rare doesn't mean that they don't need to be worked on. So I recommend it. Blue moon is the night to do it. Just meditate on those things. Just like I said in my shadow work video, you don't have to sit around and beat yourself up over it. Just meditate on it, journal about it, think of ways for you to work on it, and perhaps even cast a banishing spell. Banish that bad habit or that more negative quality about yourself, and then just let it go. Easier said than done, right? But the blue moon is a good opportunity for that, so it's another thing that I recommend. So the last thing that I want to touch on is just saying that in general, this moon, like I said earlier, can be treated like a full moon, because those who do believe in it harnessing extra energy view it as just that, extra energy. It's nothing extra special, it's just got a little more oomph. But it's really all up to you. And always keep in mind that correspondences can be deeply personal. So yes, I talk about second chances because it's the second blue moon in a month. I talk about rare occurrences because a blue moon is in itself a rare occurrence. But take a moment, think about what the blue moon signifies to you other than the beer, and perhaps work with that. Just use your gut, trust your instinct on it, and I hope you all have a wonderful blue moon. With that, let me say happy Halloween, Merry Samhain, Blessed Witches New Year. I'm gonna make this outro quick because I really just want to sign off with that. I hope you all have a great day tomorrow, a wonderful evening. When I edit this, I'm probably just gonna have my usual spiel pop up below, hit that thumbs up, blah, blah, blah. And then I'm gonna let you go because I wanted to keep this short and sweet. I will see you all soon.